AEW this week they signed a deal, and as a deal news came out, we'll talk about that in a second. Shouts out Sean Tragedy. There was a Conan was on his podcast a couple weeks back, and he was talking about he was giving his thoughts on Tony Khan. He was saying Tony Khan may be overpaying people to stay. He said that his theory is that Tony Khan doesn't like it when WWE lets go certain wrestlers, but so he'll just sign them because he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But he's not like the thing with WWE is if they don't see it for certain talent, a la the MVP or a Shelton Benjamin or a Bobby Lashley, they know that they have D1 athletes. They've got all types of people in NXT that they might could make into the next star. So instead of Conan's thing is instead of trying to pay or overpay for some of this talent, they might as well just let them go. And Tony Khan signing your number 52s and types of people to these larger contracts. It's kind of like a I don't know if that's him saying that he thinks that Tony Khan's trying to be petty or kind of like be like, hey, oh, you not gonna pay? We gonna overpay for these motherfuckers because you obviously undervalue them or something like that. I don't know. It sounds like it's gonna be a problem. Dave Meltzer made a comment in talking about the deals. His advice to pro wrestlers right now: if you're hot, don't sign a long term deal.
That sounds like it's good for pro wrestling in general.
It's going to be well, yeah. You figure. I mean, again, AEW they got their the long awaited deal with Warner Brothers Discovery hit. It was initially reported at being around 150 million a year, but now it's looking more like it's going to be 185, roughly $185, $185 million over the 4 year period or whatever, 3-4 year period each year, with it starting out lower and then each year is supposed to increase. That fourth year is supposed to be a crazy bigger number.
I feel like they
Is that
caved
based
to the
on
pressure.
metrics?
I think I don't know if it's based on metrics. I haven't checked to see if it was anything based off of like their performance on TV. I think it's probably more based on WB needs somebody there, and they need to keep they need to keep this relationship, and they also need something for their networks because they don't have large entities like the NBA to fill their time like they used to.
I
Fourth is
think
optional, thank you.
I feel like they kind of caved to pressure a bit, and
AEW did?
I think them making the announcement in general. I think because it's still like the way that they gave it to us. Pause was really not like semi vague. Like it was like, all right,
Yeah.
it's this, but still, it's stuff we'll tell you about a little later.
Well, yeah,
Like,
it's the main stuff, right? It's they say, hey, stuff's gonna be streaming on Max in 2025, but you got to be subscribed to Max. Well, I in listening to Meltzer talk about some of the stuff, the way he described that, he said, if you're subscribed to Max, you'll get a discount on the pay per view, which sounds to me like maybe like if it's $45 to stream it on HBO Max, if you're already subscribed, you may get it for like 30 or 35. You feel me?
see, I think that part is almost the hardest part to kind of ballpark because
Yeah.
the only model we have is the OG WWE network, and then the move to Peacock, which was I remember when we all got the net, we heard about the network and got the network. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the question was, how is these niggas gonna make money?
How is it? And the word is that Peacock is if they're paying 200 some odd million a year to have the WWE PLEs plus the archives, I don't know if that's worth it I don't know if they're getting the return on investment for that. They're getting repeat customer because I'm gonna go straight to Peacock on Saturday when Bad Blood is going on. But I'm if something's not live there, I don't know how often I'm gonna go back to Peacock. You
And I
feel me?
think I think that's the question: is
That
what
that
is
that's where the
that?
money's lost.
And I think they should have waited a bit longer to either that deal is going to be terrible and that's why they're holding it, or they haven't figured it out and that's why they're holding it. And if it's the latter, they should have, because people are gonna be like, well, they like what's gonna happen is they ain't gonna do nothing but take $5 off the pay-per-view, and now you'd have made up a whole narrative. So no matter what the actual price is, when we find out, niggas had already made their minds up.
People gonna be tripping. Yeah, people already, because there's already people in the chat saying, "Hey, I pay for Max, and I don't think I'm doing this AEW thing."
Yeah, I just don't see myself paying for. The thing is WWE, and we were talking about this yesterday, but
Facts,
WWE kind of messed it up because WWE is giving me a certain production value, a certain thing, and I'm paying what $9.99 for Peacock. Number one, HBO Max or Max is higher than Peacock.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Even though you get a lot of good quality programming, shout out to the Penguin on that channel. But I'm gonna call a thing, in my opinion. AEW hasn't built enough cachet. They don't have enough va-va-voom for me.
They could though. I think right, DDM. I think the one right now, for people that watch AEW,
Back yourself backstage, bro.
Unless you're recording it or illegally downloading it, there's not really a service for you to get like the first Dynamite or like, Dynamite, this one episode from 2020 or whatever. Like they having it on Max, a lot of people would be and I think you're right when you say that WWE and Peacock kind of fucked the game up because they gave so much for so little. And part of that was because WWE fucked the game up by giving away everything for $9.99. Like $10 to have your archives, your new shows, be able to watch it on demand, whatever. That was, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mimi, but like at that point, that was, matter of fact, in the documentary, when they were talking about why Shane McMahon probably shouldn't be sitting in them CEO position, is because when he was gone, Steph and them was creating the $9.99 network. Like they built this model. It sucks for anybody behind them because you got to remember, this is the UFC on ESPN Plus model. You subscribe to ESPN Plus, and then when UFC 500 come out, you about to ante up $50, $60, $70 or whatever it costs to go see them beat their ass. Like it's how the rest of the world works.
But that's different though. It's UFC. It's not like, I'm sorry, AEW don't give what it need to give for you to be paying them.
But wait,
money like that.
DDM.
Like we still pay, like, I mean, we don't, but like people like that. What is their buy rate? What is WWE's buy rate?
You got to figure whatever couple 100,000 people that are actually down to spend 50. But I mean, I'm assuming it's spread across actual pay-per-view, like paying on your cable box, Triller, or some people still do that. They got a box, it's got a card in. You take the card out, the box don't work. But
here's my thing, Cal.
No, but I'm saying that you got Bleacher Report. Like, there's probably a decent, pool of people to do. But I don't think they're not doing like 500,000 every pay per view, are they? Like, I don't think their numbers are that crazy.
And that's my point, right? See, with WWE, their ticket prices are getting really up there at this point. But the caveat, okay, you can't make the live event. You're not in a space where you can pay for that. WWE has that Peacock option where you can watch their stuff and kids, the people who really, the real fans still have access to it, right?
Right.
My issue becomes, I know it's a money grab because wrestling is hot right now, but my concern becomes my concern becomes, what happens to the people who, and the kids, right? I'm turning into a baby face because I love the children, right?
There you go.
What happens to the kids who have kept this product alive, who watch
Nigga, they 40. What kids? AEW's fan base isn't kids. It's not.
I mean, but
Just grown
who's,
niggas.
who's
Yes, it's old wrestling niggas. It's the old. This is the thing. Is
You knew
all right.
about that shit, Joey.
As long as if this WB deal puts them niggas in the black, you know what I'm saying? Then we are basically it's a bunch of niggas in here being mad at the country station, calling the country station a failure because they not playing the music that they like.
We trying to hear rap music.
Is listen, that's not listen. I a great deal of the folks, and I love y'all that are over in that chat are more WWE fans than they are wrestling fans, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's a fact, that's cool. Like if that's your deal, then that's why we talk about it. Because we all love WWE, right? We grew up on it. But it's a lot of niggas that like what they do cross the street. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
And-
That's okay.
discounting that.
And
I'm
they
That's
not
okay.
discounting that. But the thing is, if that's all you want to cater to, them niggas want to eventually die. Half of them got high blood pressure in
Damn.
see what you're doing, but you doing the thing.
Not
Talk
the
about
high
the thing
blood
now.
pressure.
We
Maybe
can't
lit.
do like
Hold on.
let's actually
Because
yes,
you remember you're
Uh-huh.
still talking about
That's a
paying
good point,
for
Meals.
this.
correct. And
It's-
what did I start off with? If this deal
No,
puts them in the black,
yes.
and they're operating as in a certain some sort of surplus, then real rap, they
It doesn't
winning.
matter. No,
Right.
you're 1,000% correct. But what happens
Mhm.
when 2 years from now you are no longer in the black?
You show your rights to
Operating.
someone else.
because you're not going to be in the black and Amazon outfits and low production value. That's not going to bring you in the black.
All right.
Yeah, to the people. Once again, you talk about stuff that don't really matter to the people. You trying to sell R&B to the country station.
Because
Don't none of them niggas care what her wigs look like. They
Because-
don't know she
You know,
wearing a
but
wig.
here's the thing.
They be like, does her hair really grow that color?
Here's the thing. They are on Max. They are on Warner. Warner,
Born.
you want to see something
They
at
want
the
to
end of
see
this. Like Warner does not play.
numbers. They want to see
Yeah.
numbers.
Y'all
Born.
remember Bellator? Do you guys remember Bellator?
Kinda.
Remember Bellator?
Kinda. Okay.
Kinda.
But remember?
She
Carry
said
on.
that's it.
But so this is my thing.
Mhm.
You're still asking someone to pay $50 for this shit.
Or more.
I'm not paying
That's
for that.
crazy.
That's the. Do we know that? What do you mean? Hold on.
Well, the AEW pay per views on Bleacher Report is about 50, 60.
It's 50.
Yeah, it's about 50.
Wow.
So
About
yes,
$50.
we
Yeah.
That's
don't
not
know. We don't know.
We don't.
but
We have.
we-
We don't
we
have
don't-
a ballpark.
We don't have a ballpark. I think we can only base it off of two things: whatever the UFC ESPN situation was, and the fact that WBD is kind of losing money right now on a number of different planes. They're gonna recoup.
So you want me to pay for the subscription plus the pay-per-view. And I'm not saying because there are individuals that will do that, but
Yes.
your diehard fans may not have that bread to do that.
Because no shade, the AEW fan base do not look like it's giving we got
All
money.
right.
So you see what he keep doing. You see what he doing.
Bad blood.
I mean, I don't know.
I love you. Sorry, fam. I just
Bad blood.
No, that's
Bad
cool.
blood.
You want to talk about
I'm-
me?
I'm-
He
Please,
said she
be
wasn't talking
surprised.
about
I'll be
me.
surprised. Listen,
Fam is
listen.
good.
I
Fam
never
is good. I
thought
Fam is good. Okay.
I never thought
Who was she
that
talking
they
about?
would be on. I would never thought that they would be on HBO Max. I never,
remember-
and I'm not trying to be stank or anything like that. But that's not a product that I would put on Max.
Y'all
I was shocked that I didn't ever think that deal was ever going to go through. I thought it was talking heads. Like I did not believe it. But here we are.
What's exactly on Max?
Well,
What
all
do
right,
you
all right.
know is because that's the thing that we haven't talked about at all.
Wait. I think the thing is, this is what happened, right? Because Max started out as HBO Max, right?
Right.
Right.
It was HBO Go was like their streaming service, and they turned it into Max, and it's supposed to be HBO Discovery, like everything under the Warner Brothers Discovery.
Where the Shannon Tweed movies at?
Nigga, they not on there. None of that ill shit that you remember as a kid is on there. But that's the thing, right? They wanted it to be HBO Max. This is what Warner Brothers, they wanted it to be HBO Max because they wanted the prestige of HBO. They wanted to say, oh, people are going to buy the streaming service because they fuck with Sunday nights on HBO, all this legacy content, all that stuff. What they were serving, though, was we want to be Netflix, Timu Netflix, whatever you want to call it. Like the content that they were serving as a streaming service wasn't hitting, but they still thought they were prestige. So at a certain point, the thought was they won't put pro wrestling on it because it's not like you wouldn't put pro wrestling on HBO. It's not there's HBO and then there's this type of stuff. I think now because it's been Max for a year and change, maybe 2 years at this point. They got to make money. Netflix is still killing everybody when it comes to being a streaming service on the internet or whatever the case may be. They got to figure something out. They're going to put your wrestling on the app, but guess what? You really want it on the app? You gonna run me in that extra $30 for this show every couple months?
Crazy.
But see, here's the thing, Max.
Sarah, let me know if I'm lying.
This is why with Max, I am concerned for AEW.
A pup named Scooby Doo.
This is the same streaming service, the same studio who cut 2 episodes of one of its highest grossing IPs, House of the Dragon. They told them y'all got cut 2 episodes. This is Game of Thrones, House of Dragon.
It's because they didn't have Cisco.
But wait, but wait, no. To DDM's point, they deleted a whole Batgirl movie. They made the movie. They finished the movie. They said, "Guess what? It's going to cost us too much money to put this out and the way you want to do. So just throw it in the trash bin." The motherfuckers that made it, they were trying to find a copy of it so they could say, "Hey, we actually worked on it." Like. If just do me a favor, if you're going to deep dive anything in this conversation, go deep dive the last couple of years of what Warner Brothers has been going through, and you're going to get a much more clarity.
Warner in general, Warner in general, right?
Well, Mimi, you know what you're going to find, right? Every couple of years, a bunch of sites are going to be like, so what's the Warner Brothers situation? They had a new president, a new focus, and it's gone to shit the last couple of years. You're also going to find conversations about DC, how the movie business has been trying to restart the DC stuff every couple. Like this is an ongoing process with them. Now y'all, and this is what I was saying in the chat earlier. All the people in the timeline showing tragedy. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've been talking about when's AEW going to be on Max. We want it on streaming. Y'all got it now.
It's not a good. I don't.
Hey, bless you, Mimi.
It's good because it's bread. It's bread going everywhere.
It's good because it's bread going on.
If the TV is still on TV, right?
They need archives.
If the TV is still on TV,
you need archives. Yeah.
Then what you're talking about is you got to mute that.
I think I need another hit.
Whoa.
No, they were saying that they were going to at a certain point you were going to be able to stream the TV on Max as well, right?
But that's the thing because the live TV is still on live network TV. Television. Yeah. So this is the thing is if they're the pay-per-view option. This isn't. They consistently the best thing they do are pay-per-views, but they don't do a lot of pay-per-views, right?
Roughly, yeah. It's about 6, maybe. They upped them in 2024. I think they added some more, but maybe about 6, 8.
So now the check is the TNT check plus their outside of Max pay-per-views, which is probably full price. And then their deal isn't even for most of their stuff.
No, well, and it's also U.S. It's also, I mean, they have international deals, but it says that there will be. It says that in January 2025, U.S. subscribers will be able to stream on Max. It sounds like when the Dynamite's going on TBS, whatever, you can stream that on Max as well. Maybe because Triller does that too, or Fight TV, whatever that situation is. They do have a live feed that goes there as well. So I wonder if they're just going to put that on the Yamin.
Streaming on Max, coming from Max.
I think I thought AEW. They really. I'd have to go back and look at the schedule, but they really have been up in their the pay-per-views they've been doing.
I'll see you next month at AEW Wrestle Dream.
Yeah,
we
next
in
week.
Outfits. We got runs in our tights.
Right.
But we want $50.
Bad blood, Kyle.
Yeah, we gotta get the bad blood. I think your cousin.
Yeah,
you said, Mimi?
I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
Yo, you really can't.